I'm talking about Bear River and the precious water that runs through here. And about 30 years ago, my husband brought me down here to meet Bear River. And I thought, wow, look at all these cobbles. It's not dramatic and steep like the Yuba River. And but we come down here a lot, and I noticed my son, when his close relatives came, they came down here to the river. And then we moved close by, and I started walking along Bear River quite often. And I listened to the water, and I looked at all the different plants to identify the different plants. And as time went on, I saw the plants go through their seasons, and I got to see the great big oak trees and the pine trees, and watching how they all interacted. And then there was the water, and I realized that the water brings it all together. And so my heart got connected to this river. And then I heard about it being threatened. And I realized that this river is more than just the water. There's the biota and the aquatic animals, the fish, and everybody that relates because of the water. The water is the center of life in this river. And the moving water is the cleansing and the living of the water, because it's moving, it's dynamic, and it's creating and maintaining the life that's here. And one time I came down to the river because the sunlight sparkling on the water brings my spirits up and makes me feel joy. And I walked down, and I was looking down to the rapids down there, and I was watching the water bouncing on the rocks and sparkling, because it was a midwinter day in January, and the sun was coming. It was about 1 in the afternoon, and the sun was hitting the water as it was bouncing off the rocks in the rapids, and the mist was jumping up, and the sun was turning the mist into making it airborne, and it was creating this great big cloud. And then there was a breeze coming out of the southwest, a gentle breeze, and this cloud rose up, and then it laid up the canyon right up there where that canyon is. And I saw the mist from the river laying up the canyon, and there was a bunch of Doug fir trees, and they were reaching out their little feathery arms for the water. And there's a bunch of Doug fir in that canyon, and I could tell the river does this all the time. And the river was sending its living breath to the trees on that canyon in the midst of that living water. And I said, oh, this is one small way that this river interacts with its environment to ensure the life that's in this whole canyon. And everything, when I walk down the river, I see the birds in and out of the bushes here, because this is prime riparian territory. It's got the willows and the alders, the different animals and the aquatic creatures. There's even bear. Of course there's bear here, but there's even beavers here. But I'm not going to say where they live. But anyway, I see geese here all the time, and it's because the river, in its movement, is living, and it brings the life to this canyon, and it feeds our hearts. It feeds the hearts of the people and everything that lives here, because the water holds the source of life. And we all need water to live, and that's why it's so important for us to stay connected to the water in its natural form and understand and spend time here at the river, because the river speaks to something much deeper than our conscious mind. It speaks to our heart and our soul, and that's how we connect with life. And so water is life.